today's weekly meeting, my teacher kinda lashed out again since his near-death experience 2 weeks ago. He has been nice to us, or at least he tried to, but today he hasn't changed. He finally can be himself. That is what I have been expecting. 还有音乐给我听。我终于跟老师讲了。I did it! I finally let something off my chest. It's been bothering me since April. I wanna go celebrate. I wanna go eat sushi. This is such a big moment for me. I finally told my teacher that I want to change my lab during my postgraduate. It is very hard for me to tell my teacher, especially when the reason why I changed is pretty obvious. I have been hesitating for the longest time because it is so hard to tell. How do you tell someone that you're leaving them? I'm really happy that my lab mates are all very supportive of me. They advise me, oh, you should say this, you should say that, and how you should tell, and like, don't worry, it's okay, you can just tell him. And then, I don't know for what reason, my teacher's mood is like really good this afternoon, like totally different from this morning. I don't know how to describe, but you can see from his actions and how he walks around, like, my lab mate told me, if you want to tell him, today is the day. And that is why I have the courage to tell him finally today after 2.5 months. I really want to celebrate this so much, but I have so much work to do first. So I'm gonna do my work first, but I'm gonna have a pre-celebration by streaming some BTS song while I eat my dinner.
Dancing to BTS song.
Dancing to BTS songs? No, I don't want to dance. It's very hot today. A little funky soul, light it up like dynamite. This is my last serving of curry. I saw my carrot has some moles on it. That is why it's here right now. Let's hope that after my coffee I can actually become normal. Later on at 10, I'll have a one-to-one session with my teacher. For the first time since I told him that I'm leaving, and it's really scary. He's gonna be watching me using a machine that I've never used before. I hope he has moved on from the fact, or probably he already used to it. At least I tell. Before this, there are students actually ghosted him. Please don't be mean to me. Please! It is 10:05 and I've already done something that annoyed my teacher. I should have turned on the machine 30 minutes before I used it, and I totally forgot about that. I know saying this is my first time is not a great excuse, but I feel so bad about that. This is the first time ever I have to see and talk to my teacher so much in a day. I plan to go back early to work on my presentation though. Thank you, teacher. You've ruined everything. And I have to show him my presentation by tomorrow morning at 10. And now before I go back, I have to stop by another building to ask the lab technician some questions. And honestly, I feel so embarrassed to go talk to the lab technician for the 3rd time in a day. I talked to the lab technician and he was so nice to me. Wait, hold it in. And I was asking him questions. I keep asking even the slightest detail because I was very scared that when my teacher asked me about it, I cannot answer. I'll be like dead, you know. And then he told me, 先生我大変でしょ. I was surprised that he told me that. Like, wow, you actually understand my situation. The second time I went to his room to ask him about the things that my teacher wants to know, I made sure I know every detail about it. And when I get back to report to my teacher was like very skeptical of what I told him. He didn't really believe me. And the third time I went to the lab technician's room and asked him something else just a few minutes before I went to his room. The lab technician actually emailed a very detailed, very long essay of what I asked him to my teacher. Basically, it's the same thing as what I report back to my teacher, and he provided the most detail of the detail in the email. You have no idea how thankful I am to the lab technician for doing this.
I get the vibe that you're distant. There's something about you that's different. I see it in your eyes. Something isn't right. Tell me again what I'm missing.
The sky is crying so much lately, and for some reason I just find comfort in this rainy weather. I'm wearing a jacket. It feels so nice. Feels like someone's hugging me.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car.
Let's talk about my highlight of the day. So my teacher got really mad today. He scolded me the first thing in the morning until I cried. So of course I don't dare to look at him. And then he kind of got even mad and he'd be like, I'm talking to you, look at me. Why do you not look at me? While I'm actually crying. My bento is really delicious. I feel bad for sleeping because all my lab mates are not sleeping tonight. And I chose to sleep. I just think that I'm just a little bit too old to be pulling an all-nighter.
On my face, all that ever was is a rage. Today and not tomorrow.
So this is my last week of school before I finally get to get a break. All this is gonna end after this weekend temporarily. I couldn't sleep last night. I only slept for at most 3 hours. Not being able to sleep wastes so much time and I don't like that. Couldn't decide I want my coffee to be cold or hot. If today's temperature is going to exceed 25 degrees Celsius, I'm gonna drink it cold. Below 25 degrees Celsius, I'm gonna drink it hot. So before I go to school, I thought it would be nice to show you my presentation, and this time I actually use animation in my presentation, which is something different from my previous presentation. I am mentally ready to be mentally abused, emotionally abused. I'll try my best to tolerate it and not go crazy. I've been sitting at this exact same spot for almost 2.5 hours. I actually came back home since 1 o'clock after calling a friend to ask her advice, and also I called my boyfriend. We have come to a conclusion that there's nothing I can do to convince my teacher today. Both of them advised me to just pack my bags and come back home. So I did. I'm just so lost and I don't know what to do. So mentally exhausting to talk to my teacher.
Is there any way you can not engage with him?
Now he's expecting me to go to his room to give him an answer to convince him that he can trust me again, so he's waiting. To not make him be more mad, I have to talk to him tomorrow. That's the tough part. I don't know what he wants to hear. Because I've told him just now, I'll be careful next time. I will really study well about the machine and operate more carefully, but he just doesn't seem to take that as an answer. I just feel like he loves to see me suffer.
So it's a kind of power trip in this case.
I don't want to like cause trouble and stir things up because sometimes I feel like maybe I'm overreacting. My teacher contacted me this morning as well. He advised me to go to my head of department and expose my teacher. I really hate to be in this situation, but if this is what I have to go through for a better tomorrow, I think I'll have to do it. I'm an adult now. Who's gonna do it for me if I'm not gonna do it myself, right? Now I'm heading to head of department's room. I already summarized everything I want to tell him. It is very scary going alone. I'm a foreigner. My Japanese is not good. I hope I don't bump into my lab teacher because I emailed him that I'm not coming today because I'm sick. But I'm not. I did that because my teacher advised me to do that to buy time for me to get things done. It went much better than I thought. My head of department is so supportive. Whatever I said wasn't invalidated. I'm not the first person that have this kind of problem with that teacher. My lab teacher has been doing things and saying things out of my expectation all the time, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did something out of my expectation again. So I'm very afraid of my safety. Head of department said he's gonna help me figure this out, but there is one thing that is confirmed is that I can change my lab. I was in his room for like almost 3 hours telling everything. He was jotting down everything on a piece of A4 paper. It was full of words. He wasn't even surprised for what I've been experiencing, and he told me, you don't deserve to be treated like that. Learning is supposed to be a fun process. It shouldn't be like this. And I've actually said to him, I'm actually not sure if I want to change as well because I'm just so scared. He actually told me that you don't have to waste your time and hold on. It's just not gonna work out. I'm surprised. How can he seem so in his classes, but when it comes to matters like this, he's so protective of his students. He's not surprised to hear whatever I said. The only time that he was surprised was when I told him how my lab teacher was mad at me for the incident that happened that made him not trust me ever again with any experiment. He was shocked at that because he said that incident actually happens all the time and it's out of my control. It's a great day, everyone is nice to me. There's no longer anyone who question about whatever I say or suspect that I'm lying and not trust me. And my dinner tonight is extra tasty as well. Later on, I'm gonna go visit the lab of my new teacher. Looking at the situation and what happened yesterday, it is possible that this new supervisor that I'm gonna see is gonna take me in half a year earlier, even though I'm not in my postgraduate program yet. My head of department cannot promise that, but if I'm gonna change my lab within the same course, my head of department can promise that. But changing to a new supervisor within the same course, that just means I have to stay in the same building as my teacher. I don't think I can do that. I didn't really cry yesterday while I was talking about it, probably because I wasn't thinking back a lot. Everything is already written on my iPad, I just have to read it out without having to remember and having flashbacks. And this morning my teacher, oh wait, I forgot to reply his email. He was like really concerned about me. Oh shit, oh my god. Yeah, everything's fine.
Let me know later if you need anything.
I'm finally back here to pack my stuff and leave because this is possibly my last time being in this room. I won't be crying in this room anymore, which is great. I don't know where I'll be going in the future. It's not fixed yet. This is the amount of stuff I have on my table. My lab coat, earphones, and this string. I used to make this one and I'm gonna destruct it right now, which is pretty sad.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You used to be like lives.
Do y'all remember this? The day I forgot to bring my Apple Pencil, so I cannot write anything on my iPad and I feel so frustrated that time, so I just write on a cardboard paper. I just want to bring away what belongs to me. This is not mine. This is mine. So I'll be leaving this here. I'll be leaving my notebook here as well because I didn't buy this. full of my notes and writings. I hope I didn't write any bad things about my teacher in here. I will miss my place. I initially chose this place because there's a window in front. If I want to vlog, the lighting will be great. And also because of privacy, this is the corner of the room surrounded by tables. Probably my last time sitting here, and I will really miss this place. My lab mates were really nice to me. My situation right now is more like I'm ghosting my teacher with the permission of the head of the department. I've never felt so emotionally attached to a toilet before, and this feels really weird. But I just want to say, この3ヶ月半お世話になりましたね。お疲れ様です。ありがとうございます。I really appreciate the company of this toilet during all the weekly crying, and towards the end, I actually cry for almost every day. This is my comfort space with toilet paper that never runs out, and the tank toilet paper that never runs out, and also the tiny little bin that always empties itself up before the next time I use it. And this little Neko, you're really cute, you know. You make me happy. I'm saying goodbye to you. Thank you, and I hope that you take care of the next person that comes here crying. This is my drawer that has my name on it, where I put my stuff for my experiment, my gloves. And there's a strand of my hair, which I wouldn't want to leave it in this room. My lab mate actually came on a Sunday afternoon. That was so awkward. He was like, "Oh, 今日は日曜日だよね。珍しいね." And I was like, what should I say? I look really sus. So I want to do a really quick unboxing. That day when I was talking to my teacher, I actually got something delivered to me at my door. I thought it was my Shein order, but no, it was actually from my friend, which I totally did not expect. Osake! Ta-da! I was not expecting this. It's such a happy color. I have a lemon clock, actually. I have a handwritten letter. This is so sweet. Fude, fude. Always stay to your. Some sake to take the worries away, haha. It's supposed to be like this. Give us a card. I never know this kind of product exists. Milo nuggets, the juices, the yellow one, dark red one, cherry red. Ooh! I don't know where she gets all this cool stuff. This is so pretty. I don't think I can get over this. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching my video until the end. I have this on my head because I've cut my hair and it doesn't look great. If you are experiencing some sort of harassment, abuse, or some kind of mistreatment, no matter how scared you are, no matter what threatens you, don't stay silent. I wish you have a great day. Fight for your rights. Goodbye.